Okay guys, let's solve this word problem involving fractions and see which one is the right option at the end. Good. Now, the question is read, a schoolgirl spends 1/4, that is 1/4 of her pocket money on books and 1/3 on dress. What fraction remains? What fraction remains? That is your question. Okay, let's go. Solution to this problem. Solution. So now, in this case, the first thing to do is to get the total amount of money that that girl has. And how do you get the total amount of money that the girl has, the schoolgirl has? So how you do it is you make it X because you don't know it, or you make it Y, or you make it Z. Make it anything you like because you don't know it. Is that clear now? Then you say, let the total money be what? X. I want to use X to solve mine, okay? X naira, all right? Now, since the total money is X, assuming you were the one who were to handle this money, so now, and you spend 1/4 of it, that is 1/4 of it. When I was teaching you guys fraction, when I taught fraction, that is the basis of fraction, you see that bold mass of means times, right? So since this girl now is spending 1/4 of that her total money on what? On books. So what you write is book, that is the money spent on books now. Books equal to 1/4 of that her money, which is times X of means times, okay, times the total money, okay. That's what she spent on book, which is equal to what? 1 times X is X, which is X all over 4. That's what that girl spent on book, okay. Now the next one is, and 1/3 on dress. That means 1/3 of that total income, that's her total pocket money, is spent on dress, which means, and I said of means times, that means for on dress, the amount spent on dress equal to what? 1/3 times X, which is equal to 1 times X is X all over what? All over 3. And that's what the girl spent on dress. Is that clear? So the next one is, what fraction remains? The first thing you ask yourself is, after spending 1/4 of this her total money and 1/3 of her total money, how much in all has she spent? How do you get the amount of money that she has spent? Is it not to add everything that she has bought? The amount of money that she has spent in that market. She has bought books and dresses. Do you understand? So you add the total amount that she spent there, okay? So total amount spent is equal to the one she used on books and the one she used on dresses, which will give you X, which is equal to X all over 4 plus X all over 3. That's the total amount of money she has spent, and this will give you equal to, now 3, you know, when I was teaching addition, those operations in operations of what? Of a fraction, you know how to add, right? These are two fractions. So to take the sum here, you first of all cross multiply and still multiply the denominator. Simple. Now, so that you have 3 times X will give you 3X plus 4 times X will give you 4X all over 4 times 3 will give you 4. Will give you 12, sorry. So that 3X plus 4X is equal to 7X all over what? All over 12. That's the total money that girl has spent. That's the total money the girl has done what? Has spent. Good. Good. Now you come again. Sorry, have our A. Okay, you come again. What do you think will be the remainder? What will remain in that money? Is it not after you must have done your or made your total expenditures, then after taking the sum of everything that you have spent, then you go to the total amount of money that you went to the market with, and then do what? Subtract that expenditure, that is the expenses that you have made from that total amount of money that you went to the market with. That's what you are going to do. And the total amount of money that that girl went to the market with was what? Was X. We didn't know the total amount of money. We assumed it to be X. So that remainder equal to the total amount of money that that girl went to the market with minus. So when you subtract this total amount spent from this total amount that she went to the market with, then the one that is left is your remainder. That's the money that is still left with you. That is minus 7x, which is the total amount that she spent. 7x all over 12. Is that clear, guys? So now, working with this fraction, I've already taught you in our previous classes, so you can revisit the fraction that we did then, the operations of fraction, so that you know how to do your addition in fraction, then subtraction of fraction, then multiplication and division of fractions. You understand? So that in this case now, if you can recall, then you see that this is assumed to be over 1, okay? So that you will cross multiply and take the multiple of the product of the denominators. So that 12 times x will give us what? Will give us 12x minus 1 times 7x will give us 7x all over 1 times 12 is 12. So that 12x minus 7x will give us what? 5, right? Will give us 5x, right? All over 12. Okay? So 5 and 12 cannot divide each other further because they don't have common factor, and 12 is bigger than 5. Being under, which is as a denominator, this is a proper fraction, so you don't need to divide further, so you leave it this way. So the answer now is, this is the total money, which means this girl, the amount of money that is left, which is the remaining money now, is 5 over 12 of that her money, her total income. Therefore, remainder equal to 5 over 12 of this x, and this becomes your answer. So option C is the right answer. So bye.